If you just watch this video for a moment or two, you might notice the smoke rising in front of the section of the painting. And I was really noticing this before I started filming. I was noticing the smoke and how it doesn't rush. It doesn't force its way upward. It just simply rises because that's its nature. And behind the smoke, you'll notice the colour, the texture, the movement of the painting, the layers that have been laid down previously. And it just struck me that this is a perfect way to talk about awakening. Most of us, if not all of us, are raised inside conditioning, long before we have language for it. The beliefs, the rules, the ways of being that tell us who we should be in order to belong, to be safe, to be loved. And conditioning isn't personal, it's inherited from our family, our culture, education, and even trauma that we've experienced. And it becomes the background of our lives. So familiar, we stop noticing it's there. Like this painting behind the smoke, it's rich and complex and meaningful. But you can't see the whole picture here. And it's not the whole story. Awakening isn't about becoming someone new. It's a bit more like waking up from a dream that you didn't realise you were in until you woke up. And when you wake up from a dream, you don't argue with it, you don't really analyse it. You just simply realise, that was a dream. That wasn't all of me. And consciousness begins the same way. Not with effort, but with awareness. I'm just noticing now how the smoke rises through the colour. It doesn't fight the background. It doesn't erase it. It simply moves upward, visible, subtle, alive. Consciousness is like that. As we awaken, awareness begins to rise through our conditioning. And the old patterns don't disappear overnight, but they no longer define who we are. They're no longer our identity. We start to see them objectively instead of operating from inside them. And becoming more conscious doesn't mean being spiritual all of the time. It just means that you start noticing more. You notice when you're reacting instead of responding. You notice when an old belief is speaking. You notice when your body tightens, embraces, or relaxes and opens. And this is choice starting to return. You might start to notice that you listen more deeply in conversations with people. Not busy planning a response, but just being there, listening. You might feel less judgmental of yourself and others. And things that once consumed your mental energy, what people think of you, how you're perceived, begin to loosen their grip. Not because you don't care, but because you're no longer living from the outside in. And there's a big difference being self-conscious and being self-aware. Self-consciousness contracts you. Self-awareness softens you. And as consciousness rises like smoke, you become less preoccupied with managing yourself and more available to life and to the experiences that this life offers. And to support this shift, you don't need to do more. You just need to notice more. Pausing before reacting. Feeling into your body before explaining. Remembering to breathe before deciding. And just letting your inner compass guide you. Let the awareness rise gently through whatever is present. Just like the smoke, moving through colour, not against it. And the conditioning will still be there. The painting doesn't disappear, but consciousness gives you space. It gives you perspective, choice, compassion. And once you've tasted that, even briefly, you can never fully go back to sleep. You're not becoming someone else. You're remembering how to be here, awake, present, and alive.